Our fourth speaker for the morning is YBhg, Dato Keat, Managing Director of MN Holdings. Dato brings over 20 years of experience in the power and utilities industry with a deep expertise in underground utilities and substation engineering. As the founder of Musuh Nusantara Sdn Berhad, now a key subsidiary of MN Holding, he has played pivotal role in driving the group's growth and industry presence. Under his leadership, MN Holding has significantly expanded its footprint in the infrastructure utility sector, most notably making a strong entry into the data center industry, positioning itself as a key enabler in Malaysia's digital infrastructure chain by providing critical power and underground utility support for this hyperscale data center development. Let us welcome Dato.
Hi, good morning to the distinguished guests, and it's my honor to be here today to have a chance to give some idea or some insider regarding this data center industry and also promoting my company. We are not like IJM, we are not like JLL, we are just a new list call having experience in Bursa for 3 years. Of course, because of this data center spike, so we benefit from this industry. So today I'm just having a common slide that is introduce my company and some financial figure. Of course, I would like to share what is the insight of the data center player also. Okay, let's start now. Okay, all right. Wait that. Okay. Well, MN Holding, actually, we have 3 promoters. I'm the MD. I have Dato Loy and Dato Dang, which is 3 of us is actually active in the industry for more than 20 years. So MN Holding Berhad, initially we have 2 segments. One is substation engineering and another focus on underground utilities engineering. Of course, these 2 actually core business is focused on power, which is today make us here because of power. Other than that, we also we also make ourselves in the position of gas pipeline and also sewerage, IWK, and also water industry. So as you see, it's very common info. We are G7. We are having a variety of GLC company as our customer from housing development, data center, factory, and also those industry that needs high voltage power connection. This is a sample of how underground utilities engineering carry out. It can be in a open cut method or in the HDD method. Okay, yes, that's a general. Of course, this is a AIS substation layout. So I think this layout is mostly for solar farm, green energy. In this supply chain of this power, so today, actually we are in every sector. We are from IPP, generation, solar, or those any gas, right? Which is they need a power substation. They need to have a cable laying for the connection. So we have transmission pylon, also distribution. All we are inside the business. Generally, we are in the substation business. If that is a layout of data center, core and shell, and chiller or M&E, and we are in the substation. Okay, so we are building up consumer landing station for high skill data center. Also, we are connecting their power cable from TMB nearer substation as per TMB planning. So connect to this power. Okay, I mean, I have to share what is my quarter result. Okay, right, sorry. It's okay. So currently we have a market cap about 750 M. So it's still a small compared to the big corp here in the market. So this is some of the financial info. So we are a Sharia compliance company. Okay. So we did good in last quarter. Last quarter, we're having a net profit of 16.7 M compared to, okay, we are ace market player. We are not a main board player, okay, right? So this is what we are performing. So our margin is actually growing for every quarter. We actually performing, we can say that every quarter at this moment, we're also breaking new high. Either share price, either profit, either margin. These three sectors is actually we keep on improving. Of course, one of the most major contribution is data center. Okay. So you see the substation engineering, which is building CRS. Now is contributing compared to last year is like triple. The UUE HDD connecting the underground cable, mostly, we maintain from time to time, but still progressing because in TMB, when you have high voltage, you need to step down to medium voltage and low voltage. Then the connecting of the cable to substation, from substation to substation, this is request for UUE. Of course, those UUE is not limited to power. We also talk about gas, LNG gas. We also a pipeline contractor for LNG gas. Also, we are one of the pipe checking contractor, which is doing flood mitigation and also like water pipeline for. We are quite established in the sector of micro tunneling. So, but we are outstanding because of data center. At least, as today, we have a 51% of our order book is actually come from data center, and the other 40% is come from TMB. So, but basically, this actually, the ultimate client is still a TMB, right? Just either we build infra for data center, for power sector, or we have contract direct from TMB. Okay, as usual, due to NDA matter, we can't disclose our client. Actually, every time we secure some data center job, we will just tell them this is customer A or customer B. Is repeating. But okay, but our involvement from the early stage in Bukit Jalil, it start from, I think in this Bukit Jalil Tech Park currently running only, I think 1 or 2 data center quite established. I think one of it is BDC lah. We are start from there, to be frank. Okay. After that, in Nusa Jaya, currently actually we have about 4 contract in Nusa Jaya. NTP Park actually, I think just now the colo player like you have a player like Day One, you have a player like AirTrunk, Stack, who else? Edge Connect, Edge Next by Damac, and also like NTT, Zeta. This is all the newcomer, which is, I think we are not everyone is my customer, but some of them is my customer. Okay, and most of them actually request a 275 kV substation. So that's why the value of the contract is high. Put an example, there's something special here. There's a high voltage HDD cable bridge work. We help establish 275 kV, hype of colo player, laid a 10 kilometer HDD and pipeline in order for them to connect to the TMB substation. So at the same time, we also build a CLS for them to up them from 33 kV up to 132, up to 275 kV. So about 4 phase. So we done everything for them. So this is how we actually first built our name, actually for past 2 years. Last 2 years, we actually built our name there. From there, we start to connect to other data center. Of course, TMB is having capex of about 40 billion. Because of this, to catch up of this data center growing. So they need to have a lot of backbone, new building up. So they actually also every week or every month actually start launching, floating their new tender. And we also securing some tender from there. Also, there is some tender involved in battery energy storage, BSS. which is also prepared for green energy, right? So this is some of the list that we have secured now. Okay. This is the recent job for 2025, which is mostly data center, also TMB jobs. This one, 137.8 million is a Kenyir, PMU Kenyir. So a new substation built up for hydro. So, of course, solar, we have solar, LSS, okay, CGPP. And also we secure MEP contract from Gamuda for data center. Others than that, we also involved in waste to energy, WTE. So I'm happy to see that there's a new WTE in Malacca, just launched yesterday. So it's giving a chance to going forward to explore this. So in short, MN Holding is doing that, connecting the power to all the high voltage user. We are focusing on high voltage, okay? Because we want to, because with our highly competency in the industry, we execute this kind of high voltage contract and actually quite move away from our competitor, current competitor in market. This is our milestone, okay? So basically, we start from small, and then we start doing medium voltage. We start picking up when there's MCO, when everybody is sitting at home, but we are busy for work. So because we're rushing for all the construction line for the glove factory, everyone is telling, no, I want the job within 6 months complete. Just exactly same like data center. Everyone is going to Clang. Everyone is going to, so Top Glove, Maxter, Supermax is all my client there. But the difference is they're doing medium voltage. And they are cash rich. They pay you upfront, they pay whatever, just to complete for them to run the business. This is how we start up. Then, of course, there's one time there's some paper bulk factory also coming in. A lot of Chinese investors come in Panting. So we also one of the key contributor for them to start up their business. As long as you are a foreign direct investment, the key thing is you have land, you have CNS contractor, but the most important is you need to connect power to your factory to start up the operation, to start generate money for your company. So come to now, data center is a key build up. Data center, as just now my two early speakers also mentioned, is talking about 12 months completion time. 275 kV in 12 months is something ridiculous for TMB. They have never experienced this. For them, it's just minimum contract period is 36 months. But in data center, they said, no. Initially, we find some data center that said, okay, 15 months is good for them. But just now, like Mr. Wong said, when you have someone sign up for your space, they'll start talking to you. Hey, can you access it for me for 2 months? So I pay you extra. I pay extra. They are very generous. They are not talking about pay you 1 or 2% more. They pay you sometimes double digit. They expect you to deliver for them. Because my contract talking about 100 to 150 million range. So sometimes just for them to invest in a few billion job, extra 10 million, maybe sometimes it's nothing for them. But to let them start business immediately, they can make more for that. In worst scenario is for last 2 years, like ByteDance is the one who go house after house and ask, who can give me, I give you the order. Who can come to me first, give me ready for a facility. So my client is just like, okay, you come, you do for me first. Or that's why we sign NDA, because we can't disclose, we are doing for both. Sometimes this A and B, actually they're chasing for the same customer, right? But okay, both of you also want faster delivery. So okay, I go ahead. But with the condition of good payment terms. That's why in the industry of especially colo, I'm not talking about high performance scaler, just like Google or their own use one. That one is a different game. Colo business, they are rushing for business. They're rushing to commission their data hall center. They just will pay whatever we can do for them. This is raised. And at this moment, colo still playing a very, very important role in Johor. So I think like Stack is a colo, Ash Connect is a colo, who else? Day One colo, BDC colo, it's all colo. So as long as I get one anchor tenant in, maybe 70% take up, they are safe to run. Continue to burn their money to run the business. For them, PE fund can inject anytime. I saw Day One secure 15 billion loan from the banker side. For us, it's a very positive move because it means that the capex is coming. So that's why I think after that, about 1 week later, we got another contract. Just because of have money ready to start. Money is very important to kickstart the whole thing. So I would say that in Johor NDP, I think we have, that's what they mentioned, I think I have 4 different clients, which is sometimes when you're talking about whether you are pro-Chinese or pro-US, so both also we are involved. Okay, but I think the chip issue is not an issue for them now. So a lot of people actually hold back when they are talking about chips, the AI chip issue. But I think now this problem should be solved. But I need to highlight, maybe you have any? Okay. Riding on the data. This is just a general info. So I talk of funny things. When the start think of the AI chips issue, so people asking me, hey, how is your customer will be hold back? And then will your contract be suspended or whatever? So, but they don't understand that actually for last 2 years, ByteDance is taking everywhere the space. So they are not prepared for AI. So nothing affect our project. So they are just running. But those AI come in is because NVIDIA come in and this AWS or this, the US come in. So a lot of call they said actually for them is business as usual. I actually call up to ask my client from Singapore, from everywhere, and they said just business as usual. So okay, so it's correct. I don't have any delay and even speed up my project. Need to accelerate my project to get it done. So today we see this early of this year, I think Google is keep on deploy. A new site in Klang Valley. I think they are most focused in Klang Valley. As I know, Elmina, Eco Grandeur, and also the Spring Hill. This is all their new territory. Okay, but I think Google job is very stringent. So the safety side is a very concern. So also sometimes we are actually price a bit higher to cater this kind of risk. Okay, we know they have money, but they also give you a high expectation. So you want to take their job, make sure you can deliver. But I think timeline from Google is not so shorter than compared to other colo. Okay. So this is some, I think it's quite general info. Okay. Right. Yeah. Actually, this slide come out is to actually tell LSSRE in coming renewable energy in coming 2-3 years, maybe we'll give about extra 3,000 megawatt. This actually is cater also for the green energy requirement for a data center. So just like Day One sign up 500 megawatt with Tenaga for the RE works. Right. Also, there's some CRES coming in, third party supply, which is very important to tell people in the market that there's no shortage issue. But TMB will never reject any new data center application. The strategy for them is very straightforward. They will just sign the ESA as long as you approve, but they give you a timeline to ramp up. So as far as we are seeing now, a lot of data center, they start from 33 kV. So means what? They are taking below 20 megawatts load. So even though they declare, I'm taking 200 megawatts, I'm taking 400 megawatts, but it may not start like that. Just for info, like Yongte used to be one of the earliest, they are taking 400 megawatts. But eventually now Oracle come in, they just take 20 megawatts. But past 1 year, they're paying penalty to TMB because they cannot get client to come in. So they need to pay penalty. So don't simply say how much you want to use. Because one substation, one substation, they only can carry 800 megawatts. So let's say Sedenak substation, they only can carry 800 megawatts. So you got 4 to 5 substation, 4 to 5 data centers say you want to utilize Sedenak. So the time Yongte said take 400. Okay, this is the first one to submit. After that, BDC also say 200. So what about the balance? Keppel and K2, all this, Princeton all come in. But TMB have their plan. Yeah, I only have 800 megawatt, but I have a plan in 2028, I can start up another substation. They now want to deploy a new 500 kV in Sedenak in order to cater, I think it's 3,000 megawatt for the whole Sedenak Tech Park. So, but my client now more focused on NTP because NTP maybe JL sell more land over there lah. Sedenak is just limited to few player only. But NTP, they have a lots of conversion. SILC, people buy and convert, right? Stack is there, Airtron is there. So Iron Mountain is there. Everybody is there. It's new. Some new name is not surfaced in the public. There's not many marketing for data center. They don't need marketing. They want to be low profile because they're chasing the same client. Okay. So, but I see Nusa NTP is a focus also in the coming. Still, it is a focus. But the PMU there actually getting bottleneck. So everybody like sharing. TMB commit 200 megawatt. Here, everybody also 200. So, but everybody getting first year 50, 20. The next year, I up you 60. So it depends on how they progress. Then only while TMB is rushing to build a new infra. TMB rushing build for new infra, give chance from us to get tender from a TMB side. So I bid tender from TMB. So I have two sites. So I go data center direct to build the end. I go TMB to build their substation and a new pylon. This is two way we cater the business. So data center, it's really benefit us a lot. Okay. So I saw now we have some job from Compass. Compass just now I see Amir. Compass Star Hill is a very good location for everyone, right? There's few data center is chasing for the land. I think few numbers is want to acquire the land. It's all negotiation, but price is getting high, right? So but of course YTL is a separate, totally different story. Have their own planning. So like contractor like us only focus on this colo and FDI. I mean to YTL maybe we are not so competitive to them because they also have their own ecosystem. I mean they have their own contractor, everything in. So that's why you see this, the entire LSS5, 2000 megawatt, floating 500 megawatt, compared to LSS4, only I think 800 megawatts. This is totally a big jump. It's create lots of opportunity for contractor like us. We build this to go back to data center. We build this to serve the nation. We build substation, but we don't do their solar panel. And because of the tariff issue, I foresee that the panel price will come down. Actually, the LSS contractor will be benefit from maybe making more profit. So they will be quite easy to talk with us already. Because we have to keep our profit, maintain our profit margin when we are negotiate job for that. They have to deliver their job by 2027 for this 2000 megawatt. It's huge. Okay. Yep, this is RP4 for us. Expansion, transmission infrastructure. Okay, partnership with TMB and explore potential with their the subsea like TSG. We always try to work together with them. So because of CREST is talking about minimum 100 megawatt onwards. So that the data center interested to take up. It's a corporate renewable scheme. Pipeline, CapEx, gas pipeline is always our forte also because it's quite straightforward. We did the first EV plant for Proton. The pipeline is done by us. The EMAS plant, the LNG plant is by us. Next year, the Jabatan Berpetungan actually floating out a lot of tender for centralized IWK service. So we may not be the first year, but we are subcon to micro tunneling. Micro tunneling is kinds of underground drilling, but we have size like 3-meter diameter. We can help to build lots of difficult things. To underpass, railway, underpass, all this highway. This is what we are doing. We have job for flood mitigation for Klang Valley double track. We help them to from Klang to Seremban. We help to build lots of rectangle tunnel to discharge the water to make sure there's no flood issue. So this is the job that we can have. So what else? Okay, thank you. So any question?
We will now open the floor for Q&A session. If you have any questions, please raise up your hand so we can pass you the mic.
Hello. Hi, Dato Clement. Thank you for the presentations. Just now you mentioned that in Nusajaya or Sedana was being supported by 1275 kV PMU, which is good to support up to 800 megawatt. And I believe that the influx of DC has started to take up the capacity. And just now you also mentioned that Tenaga is going to launch multiple 500 kV substation in that area. Just wondering, is 500 kV PMU is something that you are looking at? And I understand that normally for a Tenaga PMU job, it usually take 18 to 20 months for you to build. Are you seeing chances that Tenaga is expediting this project that require a shorter project completion timeline?
At this moment, there's Tenaga still talking about 36 months for 500 kV. But they don't build multiple, but in every section, like Klang Patah, they'll build one. And then in Sedana, they'll build one. Just like you also see, there's Gurun lately, there's one. So the contract, like 400 million, is quite standard. 36 million. It's a 36-month contract. So that's why lots of application from data center want to ramp up their usage. They need to wait until 2028. 2027 is still like a holdback for TMB. 2028 will be like when this PMU 500 kV come in, so they resolve all the surrounding power issue, then it's flying again. So maybe those core and cell builder, they know every block they're taking up 60 megawatt or 80 megawatt. So when data hall 1 come in 60 megawatt, this is their basic. 20 megawatts will start up to test equipment and everything. So when the rack all utilize one data hall, normally 60 megawatt, IT load up to 80 megawatt. So I think even though Google also practice the same thing, I think Google one data hall is about 80 megawatt. But others like the Chinese practice about 60. So one data hall cater one client sometime or few clients together. So how it derive the 800 megawatt because of one tower carry 2 circuit 275. One circuit will take 400 megawatt. 400, got 800. So for those clients, they buy land. You see, I'm getting less job for UUE because of now the client buy land very smart. The first job I got UUE is such a big because of they buy the land without study the local idea how the power connect to a house. So eventually they need to go underground, 10 kilometers away from their current land. So, but the new buyer, they'll just buy beside the substation. Or when you have pylon cross the line, they just buy because they know they can tap the line and down to the ground. Immediate build a CRS. So skip the underground portion. Just build a substation, pick up tee off from the line, and then they can do the business already.
Any further questions from the floor?
Hello. I want to ask quite a similar question, but with the location in Klang Patah. So in Klang Patah, 275 kV substations, from the day of applications until energization take normally how long?
Okay, the contract we go in normally take about 12 months. Now talking about 8 months. We are target 8 months to complete now. Application, no. Application by submitting consultant. So submitting consultant actually will together with call and sell. So submitting consultant lead by call and sell consultant. We come in as a EPCC, but we appoint our own consultant to work together with your submitting consultant. If when we are on board, we actually need shorter than 12 months to complete everything. Shorter than 12 months. If shorter than 12 months, then we ask for acceleration. Standard 12 months. Now we are targeting 9 to 10 months to complete the CRS. So yeah, back to some idea. There's a lot of high skill performance data center. Which is need 275 kV. 275 kV means you can get the start of 120 megawatt up to 400 megawatts. But there's also a lot of data center which is data hall run by 9 megawatt. 9 megawatt they consider one block. Another block 9 megawatt, 18 megawatt is need to have 33 kV job. So they are using a different division to apply. Distribution network, not the grid. So Tenaga said they have 70 application for data center. Now executing, I think less than 20. Complete maybe less than 10. But these 70 may not all hyperscaler. Lots of them come from this 33 kV. So Equinix, they like to build small one. They don't want to build big one. Maybe the target user is different.
Dato, thank you for your insights. I wish I had bought your shares when you listed.
We also benefit from this data center. The government policy actually helps us a lot. Yeah.
Actually, I was quite interested when you spoke about the waste to energy projects, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
how important you see as that going forward in relation to data centers? Especially you were talking about water, being an important source, and now we're talking about recycled water. Do you see that as a growing importance going forward for, to look at that push for data centers in Malaysia?
Okay. Actually, data center, when they buy the land, they don't think so much. They think of power. They don't think about water. So actually, in Johor, I think most of the, not Air Trunk only, most of the data center is run on grey water already. Johor have a special, I think, agency which is doing this grey water. So everyone can be applied and then tap from the nearby YBhg plant. And the data center itself have to engage their own contractor to do the thing. So some also talking about few kilometers away to tap the YBhg to get the water in and then recycle and then use it. I think they have no choice. They need to go for that. They already invest the land. But waste to east is actually another issue because waste to east normally run by a state agency. So they need to burn the rubbish and then turn to the energy. So just another kind of transformation of energy. It's a totally separate things.
On behalf of Hong Leong Investment Bank and Bursa Malaysia, I would like to thank Dato for sharing his insight with us today.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite Mr. Chanjit Hong, Head of Research of Hong Leong Investment Bank, to present our token of appreciation to Dato.